style.
What's good, Bulls Nation? Welcome into another episode of CHGO Bulls post-game, presented to you by PointsBet. Don't forget that promo code CHGO when you sign up to live your bet life. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. My guy Big Dave here at BAWL Sports. Will the GOAT Gottlieb is at Won't Gottlieb on Twitter. We are CHGO_Bulls.
We are.
Shout out to our guy Kale running the controls.
He don't eat
brave
kale.
soul. Kale is a brave soul. He was up as late as I was last night, and that was late.
He looks amazing, though.
He looks great. He looks better than me. That's
the
for sure.
gold chain blinking, got the taco meat out. Like, he's doing it right, man. Look at this man.
Producer extraordinaire. And we're going to keep it to a tight 45 because right after this, he's got to do the Suns post game.
He does, man. They're waiting, ready to go on, man.
Waiting in the wings.
For that reason, and also because...
You know what? Just for that, Espo, we're going a full hour. Dick.
We don't have nearly enough good basketball to talk about to go for an hour today.
We don't.
Speaking of which, 101-69 the final.
That happened.
At least the Bulls gave us the nice 69. That's pretty much the only thing that was nice about the Bulls' performance today.
You didn't like that one piece from Marko?
One.
He gave us the Ben Simmons playoff game.
He did. Well,
One.
the difference is he had that free throw.
He did hit
So,
He did.
He did. So that was awesome.
I mean, he was chucking up bricks from behind the three-point line, 0 of 3 from behind the three-point line, 0 of 5 overall. Tacked on 7 more fouls.
7 of them
So that's a
things.
total of 14 fouls for Marko in these first 2 games.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm going to say that's a lot.
But more so than missing the threes, like we're still expecting that with Marko. He's struggling to find his shot. His rhythm behind that three-point arc is still really slow. But I just thought he was bodied. In game 1, he was asserting himself physically a little bit, especially finishing at the rim.
Yeah.
On offense and defense today, it was just like he was a ghost. It looked like he had no interest being out there.
Yeah, I don't want to put it all on him because everybody came out flat. But since we're talking about him, I have to say these things about him first. But yeah, it came out flat. He went up against an NBA center. That's really what happened. He went against an NBA center.
A third-string NBA center, but an NBA center nonetheless.
Yes, he's going to be second string now. I think he's moving up. He's going to move up a string or two. But because you can tell he's been in the gym. Sims has been in the gym and has definitely worked on his game.
That dude, by the way, I don't think I've ever seen somebody jump like him. He doesn't have the highest jump, but he just levitates.
Leap. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. It was awesome to watch.
Like he'll get a putback dunk and his eyes are at the rim and he just hangs there.
Yeah, it was incredible. But yeah, Marko couldn't do anything with it but foul. I mean, man, he just didn't have it. Like you said, the shot was just off. The 3-point shots none of them were really good. I didn't like any of them that he was taking that he was going up with. But I mean, he had a tough game. Everybody pretty much had a tough game except for one guy. But everybody pretty much had a really, really tough game. Yeah, but Marko, as you can look at, is more highlighted because of how well he played in that first game. And, just a drastic fall off from there. So, of course, in Bulls Nation, as I told you all the time, there are no fans in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's on one end or the other. So now everybody's like, there it is. We told you he sucks. He's the worst player in the history of basketball. But, yeah, he had a really tough game, man, just like everybody else on the Bulls team.
I don't know. Like, I was just watching this game, and looking at my notes here, and I took 3 notes and then stopped because
I saw you trying to beat the crowd before halftime, probably to hit the John, walk in with like a minute.
I also
and change.
needed a cup of coffee because that was
I don't blame you.
That was a tough one, but I just feel like there wasn't too much to take away from that game because it was so bad, and it's summer league. But obviously, you want to see these guys do better, but the way that summer league works, you cannot overreact too high or too low, and this one was obviously too low. I think last game was pretty over the top great for the most part, at the end at least. You want to see Marko be able to do better, and I think he was a little bit more disappointing to me than Dalen Terry, and we can get into why. But, I mean, just the fact that he only took 5 shots, I think had 3 halfway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He was not getting to his spots at all. He was not facilitating out of pick and rolls. Like he wasn't really doing anything out there except for fouling and grabbing the occasional rebound. So tough game for him. But again, it's just this roster is not super talented, and so there's no guard that can really set him up, get him to his spots. And you just really saw the result of that.
Yeah.
Jack in the comments said RAP Marko's MVP campaign. Yeah, I think that pretty much killed it, you guys. Yikes.
Shut it down, man.
Connor saying Marko looked so disinterested the entire game. Yeah, but again, as Dave said, he was not the only one.
He wasn't.
This entire team looked like they were out partying on the strip all night last night.
Yes.
And then we're like, oh, wait, we got a game to play?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, and coach was recognizing that immediately. That's why he took everybody out.
Dude.
Quick, fast, in a hurry. He was like, no, y'all come sit next to me.
He did the Mighty Ducks line change
Right.
like 3 minutes into that game.
I'm just saying, like they didn't score a bucket until like almost towards the end of the quarter.
Their first point was, I think, 6 minutes and 2 seconds into the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a free throw.
It was 13-0, I believe, before the Bulls got on the board.
And then Henry Dell came in and knocked down a three to...
With 2:55 left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
did
nearly
that.
went a full quarter without a
Nearly,
field goal.
and that's what I was wondering. I was like, are they really going to finish the whole quarter without scoring?
They wanted to.
They tried. They put in
tried.
the effort too, but
They
they
did their
did
best.
not. They did not, man. But yeah, it was just tough all around. It was low energy. Like you said, it's like they hung out with us last night, and it was just real low energy on them, man. And they didn't want to play. Well, one wanted to play, but everybody else just did not have it today.
Dontavius in the comments saying John Bryant got thoroughly outcoached. Man literally had no answers. Meanwhile,
right.
Tom saying everybody just stood around the three-point line, taking threes, no movement. Yeah, the Bulls were 6 of 26 behind the arc today.
Yeah.
And like
I'm sensing a pattern.
right. They like really could not get any good penetration, good looks inside because the Knicks were just quicker than them to every step. Anytime the Bulls tried to get any kind of penetration, the Knicks were there to cut them off.
Yeah.
But it was because it looked like the Knicks were just playing harder than they were.
Oh, no question. And their guard play was better too. The other NBA player that was on the floor, like I was telling Kale before we came on, it was Grimes.
Yeah.
Like that dude,
he can ball.
Balled. You know what I'm saying? He got down, man. He did his thing. He was awesome to watch. I was like, wow, this dude, he's going to be in the rotation as well. You could see
24, 4 of 9 from downtown. Also got to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Like he's a player.
Shot was water, man. Like he definitely balled out in that game today. So actually, I liked all of the guard play actually. From the Knicks, man. And what else do you expect from Tibbs? Tibbs is going to give you good guard play. You're going to get a good point guard play from that. So.
I was sitting on the other side across from where Tibbs was courtside. At one point, I looked over, and it was like during a timeout, and just he had that classic Tibbs smile on his face. Yeah, it's like seeing the Loch Ness Monster, It's like, oh, a Tibbs smile.
It was just real sly.
Right, because usually it's like Summer League, your team's up by 30, Tibbs would still be pissed about something.
Yeah.
But no, dude.
No, it's Summer League. He's letting it fly. See, he's relaxing. He's
But
chilling.
that goes to show you how little these games can matter.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
You obviously want to see the good stuff happen, but I think it's a little bit easier in the summer league setting to just wash your mouth at some of these games, and that's really what needs to happen here.
Yeah,
Right.
and that 3-point shooting was on point as well. Like all of them were hitting those threes, man. But yeah, the Bulls have no guard to create anything for them. You know what I'm saying? To get the ball into the post, to set up the offense. There were several times down the floor that the guards would just come down and just look around. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knew what play to run or what to do. And it was like, okay, well, we're gonna do something here. Yeah, here we go. So and turnover. So yeah,
I wanna take that opportunity to talk about Dalen Terry.
Let's do
Yes.
it. I was going there next.
yes,
Amazing. We're on a mind meld. Dalen Terry, very solid player. I think people are getting really frustrated with him because he wasn't able to just get to the rim at will, break guys down off the dribble. And, I think I kind of wrote about this, but like the fact that he's not able to do that, I don't think we should really hold that against him.
Right.
In this setting, they're trying to see how much they can test him. They're giving him the ball and letting him run the offense, and it's just not part of his game right now.
Yeah.
And so it looks really bad when he's not able to get to the rim. He can't utilize his passing because he's not creating advantage situations.
Yeah.
And it's tough, but that's not the role he's going to play with the Bulls.
No, not at all.
People are asking, well, then what role is he going to play? Because he can't shoot and he can't get to the rim. Like, what is he going to do? He's going to defend. He's going to get out in transition, and he's going to make good extra passes. And I do feel like we've seen a lot of that. It's just this extra responsibility on his hands that he's not able to handle yet. And I think this is where they start to develop those things. They need to see what they have and how to work with it before, he's 20 years old. He's got to go through the program and figure out how to play the game.
I mean, one of the only good plays I saw the Bulls make all day was that one where in transition and he kind of used like a little half a pick, came around the screen and whipped this beautiful over the head, over a defender, cross-court pass to Malcolm Hill in the corner, who then hit the three. It was like the only good basketball play the Bulls made all day, and it was Dalen Terry using his court vision. So yeah, I understand the Bulls fans are frustrated if they're like, oh, man, Dalen Terry's supposed to be the highlight of this team, and he's not showing us a whole lot. Like Jamel in the comments here, Dalen Terry trash. Bulls overthought this draft pick. There was a dude in my mentions, and I think he was in your mentions as well, Will, while we were all tweeting about this game, watching this game, who was like already calling Dalen Terry a bust.
Wow, game 2?
Game 1.5.
In the Summer League?
It was the second quarter of game 2 of the Summer League, and some Bulls fan in our mentions, bust.
Wow. I mean, okay.
But as Will said,
all right.
He's doing things in these Summer League games that he will not be asked to do
Correct.
as a fringe role player on
Right.
the real Bulls in his rookie year.
Well, even look at like Chet Holmgren. That first game, he had like 27 points
Correct.
and 13 rebounds and 6 trillion blocks.
They're ready to crown him.
Everybody's ready to crown him. Next game, he was getting bodied by Gen Zebo.
Gen Zebo. Yes, sir.
He didn't look so good. Everybody's calling him a bust. Like you cannot swing back and forth like that.
Yeah.
In these summer league games, this is not the role that he's going to play. We saw it last year with Patrick Williams. He looked a lot better because Patrick's, I think, more capable of doing that and creating off the dribble. But he was also like shooting 9 of 27 and like not doing it efficiently. So you put the ball in these guys' hands. They're not quite able to do it yet. Of course, they're going to look like they're not capable, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a bust because they're not going to be playing that role with the big league team.
That's true. And maybe that's the difference with Dalen is I'm not looking at him, I guess, how others are. Like, I'm not looking at him like he's going to be the 25-point scorer or be the savior of this team. I'm for real just looking at him as a role player when I watch him play.
That's what he is. And if you can develop him into something more down the line, awesome. But, like, he comes into the league with a role player skill set.
Yeah.
And you can't expect him to be like a one-on-one shot maker.
Yeah.
At this point in his career.
And not even just a role player mentality. And by that I mean just that energy guy, you know what I'm saying? That guy's going to galvanize the team and do all those things like that. We saw it on the sideline when he immediately just snapped on the team because nobody was saying anything and everybody was quiet. He was like, what the hell are y'all quiet for?
Right.
He was like, y'all can talk too. He was like, work both ways. I loved it. If I didn't have that credential, I would have got up and applauded. Like, for real, I was so excited when he did that.
Dave was, someone hold this.
Hold this real quick. Yeah, Dalen.
I mean,
I was charged.
It was interesting to see. And it's like Dalen Terry to have that emotional reaction.
Yeah.
I think it was like during a quick break and play.
Yeah.
And the Bulls were getting absolutely hosed. They were getting worked. And he snapped.
He did.
And was barking at the bench. It was like, you're a rookie, right?
Right.
And it's like, these are all undrafted guys or project guys who are trying to show that they can make it at the NBA level. So it's not like speaking out of turn. And John Bryant praised him for being as vocal as he was in the week of practice leading up to Summer League.
He did.
It's still a little bit jarring to see a rookie in his second NBA Summer League game be that vocally emotional and assertive, calling out his own team.
And that's
Terry is that dude.
Yeah, so hey, look, and even after
Shout
that,
out Saul.
the first thing he does, goes commits a hard foul.
Yeah.
Immediately after he yells at someone, gets a flagrant. I was like, yes, more of this. I want all of that, man.
And after the game, that's exactly what he said. He was like, I am the leader of this team. I have to assume that responsibility, and I am that kind of guy. So I'm trying to go get a spark here. And what happened after that? We went on a little run. So I did my job, and I mean, it's very cool to see a young player like that just immediately step into being that kind of leader. Obviously, it's like a younger team, and there aren't real like NBA vets, but as we've talked about, the Bulls need that guy. They just don't have anybody like that.
Right. Shout out to Michael Showers, who wins the Logic and Reason Comment Award for today, saying this is Summer League, second game playing with each other. Y'all can't be this stupid to think they're just supposed to have a superstar and or perfect chemistry. Yes, thank you, Michael Showers.
Congratulations, Michael Showers.
Bulls fans were like, "What do you expect?"
I mean, like I told you, man, like it's either one way or another way. You know what I mean? Like there is no middle ground.
Every year you get games like this in Summer League. It's like, oh, we have no chemistry. We have nothing going offensively. Dud.
And then they have the game where they kill everybody, and they're like, well, yeah, it's just Summer League, guys. Like, they're not going to do that in the NBA. You can't get all excited about it.
We sat in these
Either
seats
way.
2 days ago, and we're like, Marko, MVP!
Yeah, that one came right back down.
Came right on back down, man.
I mean, he's still averaging 14 points per game.
Hey,
he takes
there it
27
is,
and his one.
You know?
Split it in two.
There you are.
14.
Hello, you got a base.
Turn that aside. Yeah, so, like, you know what? Good on Dalen Terry.
Yeah.
Not a great game from him. 7 more turnovers. The handling. Oh, dear God, the handling.
Yeah, God.
But some of the turnovers aren't necessarily his fault. His teammates, again, as Michael pointed out, communication not quite there, not on the same page. I saw somebody else earlier in the comments highlight that he made a couple of really good backdoor cuts that his teammates just missed him on.
Yes, there was a lot of that. Like, there were plays where he would bring the ball down, and I'm seeing him call out to the play, like specifically to Justin Lewis, telling him what to do, and Justin Lewis is not communicating or hearing him back, and he just immediately is like, oh, God, you know what I mean? Like, I can't get on the same page with these guys yet. So it's a work in progress with him, man. But I love his mentality. I really do.
All right, so that was that ugly game. Put it in the rearview mirror. The Bulls have another game coming up on Tuesday.
Yes.
We also wanted to talk about what Billy Donovan said. He did a in-game broadcast interview with ESPN and had a couple of interesting things, including an update on Lonzo Ball and his thoughts on the arrival of Goran Dragic in Chicago. So we will get to that coming up next.
But first,
thank you, sir. Today's episode brought to you by PointsBet. The best way to support CHGO and help us grow is to download that PointsBet app using promo code CHGO when you sign up. If you do that right now, you're going to get 2 risk-free bets up to how much, Dave?
$2,000.
Shadaisy! But that's not all. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our amazing web content, including the written stuff that Will's been doing for us here covering Summer League. You'll even get a free shirt of your choice from that CHGO locker. That's $2,000 in free bets, free CHGO membership, and a free T-shirt from the CHGO locker, all for making a $50 first-time deposit PointsBet. And you want to do that anyway because it's super fun.
It is.
It's your home for live in-play betting, and it just got even better. If you see an edge in a game you're watching, if your favorite team is primed to make a comeback, or not, in this case for the Bulls today, don't just watch the game, bet along with it live. More live betting, more live markets, faster live cash outs. Follow along with your bets. The moment they hit, stay in the action all game long. So download that PointsBet app now with, again, using that promo code CHGO to get all those amazing perks. What are you waiting for? It's time to elevate your live betting game once the game starts. Don't just bet. Will the thrill tell them what to do?
live your bet life.
Oh, the pause.
We were talking about this with Saul earlier. This deal is insane.
Right?
We like go through
so good.
We go through it like during the reads, and I hope it's not going in one ear out the other. Like you literally put $50 into a betting app. You can use that money to make a bet for free. They'll pay you back if you don't hit.
Right.
And then you also get a shirt and all the subscription stuff on our website. You're losing money by not doing it.
It's true.
It's a no-brainer.
It's none. Zero. Do it.
Live your bet
now.
life, people.
Live it.
Dude, I caught
We've been
Will
living
his bet life yesterday.
You saw it?
Sitting by the pool. Looked so relaxed.
He was chilling.
Oh, chilling.
I need to go do that right now. Vegas is catching up to me.
I could use a pool dip right now. God, it was hot in the arena. I don't know why.
Yeah, man. It was
Maybe
like that.
because we're in the freaking desert. I am ready to go back.
You're ready.
Chicago.
I see it. You're ready for all this. I see it.
I want like
ready,
4 or 5
man.
more hours of gambling tonight, and then I am ready to get on that plane.
You're ready to get on, man.
Holy shit.
That's it.
Chicago, I miss you.
That's what calls you a quitter.
Hey, man, sometimes quitting is fun and rewarding.
Sometimes quitting is fun. Kids, don't ever listen to this man. He has not told you the truth. No, absolutely not. Persevere, kids. Live your dreams.
You know who
Live your bet life.
You know who perseveres?
Who's this?
Billy Donovan, Bulls head coach. He must have to get to this point in his career. NBA vet, NBA head coach,
Flex.
2-time NCAA champion.
Flexing on behalf of Billy right now.
Yeah. Got to.
All right.
All day.
Billy's our guy.
Yeah.
William Donovan.
William. That's
so
right.
Good name.
he did an interview during the game, and he was asked about a handful of things. One of them being Bulls' current starting guard Lonzo Ball working his way back from that injury still. Kale, do we have that quote? If you would throw it up. Thank you. Every day he seems to be improving. This is Billy on Lonzo's status. I think that the progress he's made has been steady. He keeps showing that progress, and that's really what we all hope to continue to see. We're obviously all hopeful that it will happen faster, but he is making progress, end quote.
Yeah.
The part of that quote that irked my ears and made me say, uh-oh.
My ears.
Grind my gears.
It really
Yes.
grinded my gears. Is this. We're obviously all hopeful that it will happen faster because that makes me think that he's still not ready to play and not close.
Yeah.
Am I misinterpreting that? Am I making a mountain out of a molehill here by nitpicking that one particular thought that Billy offered about Lonzo Ball? Because we all know that if Lonzo is not fully healthy and ready to go for close to 70 games this next season, the Bulls are toast. We saw what happened to him when he went down.
Yeah, I'd say yes and no on what you're saying. I agree that it's concerning, like because of what he's saying.
Good take.
It's definitely concerning.
Good take.
But I think I'm going to roll with Billy and what he's saying. Like he's progressing and moving forward and trying to get in the right direction to get his knee together like that. I'm still going to give him that because it's the off season. But yeah, it's damn concerning, man. It's the one thing I'm worried about. And I don't worry about nothing, but it's definitely the one thing I worry about because it's still not there. And the surgery happened so early on in the year. You know what I'm saying? And he's still not there and still not together. And that is just tremendously, tremendously concerning that I just wanted Billy to say, oh, yeah, you want to hear him say he's ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's ready to go. He just maybe needs to run a little bit. But, yeah, he's looking great. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go. You don't hear that.
The answer was not he could play tomorrow.
Right,
No.
right, exactly.
And to me, like, yeah, that's still concerning. Look,
Yeah.
these things can take a really long time. Kendrick Nunn missed the entire season with a bone bruise.
He did.
We don't know where he's at in his progression, but and part of that is just because we're not around the team every day. They're not playing. We can't ask Billy, all right, what's the Lonzo update every single day?
Right.
And so, he had his surgery, I think, on January 24th. It was a 6 to 8 week timetable, and it's 6 months later, and he's still not playing. So, yeah,
Right.
that's concerning. And like I said before, the fact that he's not ready to go today is a problem. But I think it's a little bit more okay than maybe the general consensus might think because
Positive coming up? Okay, let's do this.
They don't need him to be like ready on game one to be like full 100% Lonzo. Like if he's going to miss 30 games a season, I would rather him miss the first 30 than the last 30.
Stab me in the heart, Will. Don't even joke about that.
He needs to be, I'm not joking. He needs to be ready for the playoffs. He needs to work his way into being 100% for the end of the season.
Yeah.
He started out so hot. And he was awesome, and he was a huge reason for the Bulls' success.
Colossal.
But they need to be more gradual. It's the same thing with DeMar. He started off amazing, and he just ran out of steam because he was doing way too much. They need to ease their way into it so that they're playing their best basketball towards the end of the stretch and then into the playoffs. Because last season was the exact opposite. They completely fizzled out. They lost like 100 of their last 100 games, and they had an incredibly non-competitive playoff series.
And see, that's what the freak out is about Matt. Is not that, we know we love Lonzo and we want him on the floor.
100%.
But he impacts us on both sides of the floor.
He's the one two-way player on the roster.
Yes, and we need him. You know what I'm saying? Both sides of the floor. He's your best defender out there, and he's your best point guard at the same time, and your best three-point shooter. Yes, he's all of these things.
Let's not disrespect Zachary LaVine.
This
we won't disrespect Zach, but we'll look at those numbers and tell you that.
But we do need the point guardsmanship.
We need it. Come on with it.
All right.
Come on with it.
We've got it.
If I could get that in every episode, I'd be thrilled with myself.
T-shirt, by the way.
We've got to have a cutoff at some point. We got to give him like an allowance of usage of the word points guardsmanship. We can't let him just go wild and crazy. With this.
I use it a lot. It's the word, and he got it from me. And I like the fact that he's saying this. So
and that's why I'm blaming you for this.
What I'm saying
are the
is,
tastemaker of the
thank you very much. I appreciate it, sir.
What the hell does that mean?
I appreciate that. It means I got taste, man. I set the tone, is what he's saying. And then I want him to hear him say it in an interview when he's talking to these guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear point guardsmanship.
Tell us about your point guardsmanship.
You know what I'm saying? How's your point guardsmanship?
I need to be able to say it without fumbling my words. I still can't say it. It's a tongue.
Let it be smooth, right? Let it be smooth, right there.
You have to have the emphasis like Stacey King, point guardsmanship.
Yeah. And then they say, "Wow, you know what? That's a great question." You know what I'm saying? Will Gottlieb, now you can move to the front of the row. Will Gottlieb
of CHGO?
Yes, come on to the front of the row now. I'll give you a personal interview from now on, just specifically off the word point guardsmanship. It can be that impactful, y'all. This can happen, Matthew Peck. This can happen.
Y'all done?
Not really, but
I'm done.
I'll keep the show going.
I'll just sit here and let you guys talk about the usage of a weird word for the rest of our episode.
It's an awesome word, man.
I need to go home. Well, so speaking of Lonzo's status and it being up in the air, the other thing that Billy talked about in this interview during their game today was the arrival of Goran Dragic. I swear
you used it incorrectly.
To God.
That's how you use it wrong. See, he used it wrong. He flew too close to the sun right there.
I did.
I hate both of you.
It's been a long weekend.
Kale, if you please, the quote from Billy on the arrival of Goran Dragic to the Bulls. He's highly competitive. He has been in the league for a long time. He's really, really smart. He gives you a level of experience back there. So some Bulls fans who were underwhelmed but maybe looking for the logic of Dragic's arrival were saying, Lonzo insurance?
Yeah.
And that's not to suggest that Lonzo and Goran Dragic have the same kind of game playing in the backcourt. Not remotely.
Not at all. No.
Clearly Billy's not going to go on ESPN on a televised NBA Summer League game and be like, yeah, I was pretty underwhelmed by the Goran Dragic signing. I don't think he's got anything left in the tank.
I was like, what the hell?
Maybe even if Billy Donovan does think that, he would not say it publicly. I just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I was not encouraged at all by these remarks from Billy because I still feel the same way I did about Dragic, which is he's a vet who looked pretty dragged and pretty washed last year.
Yeah, and he played in a few games, but, dealing with the injury on those two teams. That was the worst year I've seen him have in quite a long, long time.
And you have to – is it the age or is it the injury? Or is it both?
Or is it both? It could be all of those things. Yeah. And what's wild is we're going to find out for sure, you know what I'm saying, in the season which one it is.
One way or another.
Or if it was just a fluke and he just needed more time to heal his injury and things like that. One way or another, we're going to find out. So – but for me on the roster, I mean, that's what he is. He's the backup point guard. He's the guy who can actually run the offense and still be a threat, when he's healthy and feeling good and his three-point shooting is on.
Right.
He can still be that threat, and you won't have to worry about it. Because remember, when Lonzo was out of there, nobody was running the team. You know what I'm saying? As far as from that backcourt. Nobody could point out those certain things like that outside of Caruso, but, we're banking on him being injured because that's kind of how his career is going. He's going to get hurt at some point in time. That's what's going to happen. So you're going to need somebody back there to stabilize it. You know what I'm saying? Just hold it down just for a little bit. Now, I'm hoping it doesn't mean we have to depend on him for a bunch of games. That's the bigger issue here. And that'll be the bigger issue with Lonzo's knee if we're dependent on that more.
Right.
But yeah, as a backup point guard for a few minutes a game, yeah, well, that's all I see him as.
They signed him to be a 16-game player, not an 82-game player.
Right.
They have a bunch of guys that have injury history and injury flags. And, as much as I would have loved to sign somebody who's between the height of 6'6" and 6'9" instead of 6'4" below, they do need somebody who can, come in. And if Kobe White is, freaking out there during a playoff series and not able to make a shot, they can bring somebody in.
True.
So, hoping for playoff Dragic.
Donovan did, mention also on the tail end of that quote his number of important games that he's played in, i.e. playoff games.
He's also a dog.
Oh, my God.
He's a dog.
But I think he's a break glass in case of emergency addition to this roster for next season,
and that's why he's on a minimum contract.
Correct.
All right, so there is that. Those words from Billy, who was chatting with ESPN courtside today.
Thank you, Billy.
We want to wrap up with just a few thoughts and stories from our weekend in Vegas, because it's been a time. Before we do that, though, Big Dave, tell the people about Athletic Greens, would you please?
Athletic Greens!
Wow.
Damn it.
Coming in hot.
You know what it is. You know what it is, man. Those 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source superfoods, those probiotics, and, of course, my God in sweet heaven, of course, the adaptogens. They got to have it to help you start your day right. That special blend of ingredients that support your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, your focus, and your aging. All of those awesome things cost you less than $3 a day. You're investing in your health. It's cheaper than getting all those different supplements yourself. You're investing in that all-in-one nutritional insurance. Lifestyle friendly, contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything. And it does all this while still tasting very, very awesome. Don't take the word of over 7,000 5-star reviews, y'all. No. You ain't got to take that word. You got to take the word of this handsome gentleman right up in your face telling you about Athletic Greens. Take the word of this handsome gentleman telling you about Athletic Greens. Will the GOAT Gottlieb.
I'm gonna segue Pekkas here because this is a great transition into our little rendezvous in Vegas. I messed up in a big way. Not bringing my Athletic Greens here. I am feeling it.
How much better
Vegas
would
has-
you feel right now
Vegas
if you had
has
packed your
caught
athletic
up
greens?
to me, and I need my athletic greens. I'm dying to go back and pick up some athletic greens.
It'd be one of the first things he does when he gets off the plane is get
I'm literally
that.
going. I land at midnight. I'm having athletic greens. You're supposed to do it in the morning. I don't care. I'm taking it right when I get home.
Immediately, y'all. And so to make it easy for you guys out there, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of that immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel picks with your first purchase. All you got to do is visit athleticgreens.com/CHGO Bulls. That's athleticgreens.com/CHGO Bulls. And take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance because it's Athletic Greens. You scoop it, you dump it, you shake it, you drink it, you feel it. Ow! In your face!
Damn it!
Kale like that. Kale like that. He did. Kale dug it. Kale dug it. He did. He did.
I think Gil's at a loss for words right now.
Well, yeah, hey. Still means he liked it.
All right, highlights of our weekend in Vegas. We have to start with this, the highlight of today, which was not the Bulls playing like doo-doo.
Yes.
Kale, throw this picture up on the screen, would you please? The highlight was our guy Big Dave meeting and chatting with Bulls GM Mark Eversley.
Yay.
Look at that. Look at
Yes.
those two handsome men in the same photograph.
First of all, shout out to my friend who sent me a DM when he saw this picture and said, hey, man, whatever you doing in the gym, keep doing that.
Hey.
I thought that was hilarious. So, yeah, but it was awesome running into Mark Eversley and meeting him and talking to him. Awesome dude, very personable, easy to talk to. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it just felt like I've known him for a while. And, yeah,
he's the smooth operator. He's the one that's got the player relationships. And by the way, while we're talking about this, so the way that the gyms are set up, there's like sections for the team personnel and then there's sections for fans. And Dave was just sitting in the team personnel section by himself during that entire game.
Yeah, my friend showed me that I ended up on ESPN when they were interviewing Nick Friedel.
Yeah,
and I ended up right on ESPN just sitting there watching the game. He's like, dude, look where you sitting. And then you tell me,
Darnell
I'm not
just
supposed
like
to be
tapped me
there.
on the shoulder during the game. He's like, does Dave know he's sitting in the team section? I was like, no, and I'm not rooting this for him.
I was having a great time. I really was.
That's a win right there.
It was. And nobody told me anything. And I appreciate that. I was talking to security.
You fit right in.
Yeah, man. I was chilling, man. I was like, wow, this 6'8" guy is pretty tall for a
Ask
reporter.
for forgiveness, not permission.
Hey, man. It was cool. I had a great time. I did.
I like Colin's comment where he's changing Acme to Dave Me.
Yo.
You also met a Bulls legend at the arena today.
Yes.
Kale, do we have that picture? Look at that. Backup Bulls point guard legend, the one, the only, Aaron Brooks.
Yes, man. And shout out to Will, because Will is the one who actually pointed it out that it was Aaron Brooks, man.
Oh, yeah?
He's like, dude, that's Aaron Brooks. Like,
It's hard to tell the shorter ones.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
always just scanning the streets of Vegas and the
I would
stadiums for
never-
guys
like you
above
said.
my height.
Among the small, undersized point guards of the Tom Thibodeau era, I will never miss one. They all stand out in my heart.
They're all great.
in your heart, right in his heart,
But
man.
Aaron Brooks was great. He
was.
chatted with us for a while. He was talking about his coaching career and trying to get his feet wet as a coach and kind of where he wants to go with his career. Really nice guy.
He
and
was.
Chatted for a few minutes, but shout out to Dave, man. He just goes up to anybody, starts talking, has a great conversation. They love him, and I'm just standing there. I'm just
Why do
absorbing the
you
juju.
think I gave him the second credential for
I
this
needed
trip?
this? I needed it.
I'm like, oh, Dave will just go up and talk to anybody. Give it to him. I'll sit in the stands.
It's true. I will. I literally did. Shout out to the security guard also that I spoke to when I went into the media pulpit with you.
Yeah.
I went in there. Shout out to her, man. She was real cool to talk to as well. So, yeah. Yeah, I talk. It's what I do. I talk.
But it's more than that. It's that people are like drawn to have good conversations. It's never like awkward. You're always just having a good conversation with people, getting to know people.
That's
You do
it,
that,
man.
and it's a skill.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
The biggest achievement of the weekend, I think,
Okay.
is that we got our guy Big Dave here to gamble in a Vegas casino.
They did. Yes.
We popped that cherry.
Yes.
And you didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it at all.
I think you liked it a lot.
I definitely liked it. I enjoyed it. But what did I tell you? I told you that's why I don't gamble, because I have an addictive personality. So it wasn't so much that I thought I wasn't going to like it. It was that, oh, man, I might like it, and then never stop doing it ever, because my personality is like that.
Once he got the hang of how the fives version of roulette works,
Oh,
he
it was over.
All in.
Yeah. I didn't like just putting it on the numbers. That's too much of a guessing game. But then once I figured out you could put it like 50-50, like right in the middle of the line.
Oh, yeah.
Do the 6 and the 9 and stuff like that. and then you get 4
It's all about
numbers.
the
You know what I'm
colors.
saying? I was like, wait, you can do all that, and then I can bet on the evens and the odds and the ones.
So many options.
All right, let's do this. Yeah, there's a lot of options out here. Yeah, and I went to work on that, man. It was
But
fun. I walked away with some money. So
Goat
it
was
cool.
the one who led the charge when the two of us hit the casinos Friday night into let's just dive headfirst into the roulette.
I had
because
a-
I played blackjack for a while. We both played blackjack for a while.
that didn't go so
You
well.
lost quickly. I lost less quickly.
Common theme of me gambling.
And then you were like, let's play some roulette. And I was like, yeah. And then you were like, oh, no, we should play this way. Yeah, we were hooked.
You was in.
The last 2 nights have been just like the quintessential Vegas experience for me. So on Friday night, we went and we were just like winning every single time.
Shout out to Coco at the Flamingo Casino. Or no, she was at Planet Hollywood.
She was at Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood.
Flamingo didn't treat us so well.
Hey, but no, shout out to Reynold at
yeah,
the Flamingo.
Reynolds.
Yeah,
Who was an
shout out to that
absolute
dude.
gem.
Yeah, man.
We had a good time.
South Passe.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it was awesome.
But we kept on putting money on Red 23
of course.
for MJ.
Had to.
And well, actually, you were down to your last $15. You
Down
put
to
it
my
on.
last mini stack.
And he won
I was
36 to 1 and was just back in the game. And after that, we were just rolling and we both made like $500, $600.
Yeah.
And then it was just a great night. And then last night, you guys did well.
Well,
I lost everything.
no, but
I lost everything.
you left out the important detail that after 23 hit to bring me back from on the verge of bankruptcy,
Yeah.
it hit 2 more times that night.
Yes,
We
it did.
three-peated.
We three-peated hitting 23 on roulette because
did.
the GOAT doesn't lose.
He doesn't.
He only wins.
And I like how we walked away. After that 23 went down, we were like, you know what? That's it.
And so
We're
then the
rolling
next
out.
night, I was having some tough luck. I was still betting 23. And I then ran out of money, and I was really bummed. But then these two bet on 23 on literally the next hand after I
very
was out
next
and hit.
round.
And I was so pissed. I was
felt so
so
bad.
happy for them, but I was so pissed.
Oh my God.
I was so pissed.
He said it while it was spinning. If this is 23, I'm going to be
I
pissed.
just knew it was going to happen.
23!
That is the kind of luck I had.
Man.
That was so unfair.
It was,
But you know
man.
what? I got my fair share of bad luck later in the evening after we went and made one last stop in one more casino. And we posted up at one new fresh table. Or no, we switched roulette tables.
We did.
Dave
We
was
did.
not feeling the vibes
I
at the
wasn't.
table we were at. So
I
we
wasn't.
picked up our chips and went to a different table.
Yeah.
And a waitress came by. And she's like, you want anything to drink? Guys, this is a serious saga of me almost dying last night. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take a Miller Lite. Jots it down on her little notepad, walks away. She comes back maybe 15 minutes later and asks me if I would like a drink. And I'm like, yeah, the Miller Lite I asked you for 15 minutes ago. And she was like, no, that wasn't me. That was the blonde waitress. And I was like, no, it was for sure you. It was without a doubt you. I've had a long day in Vegas, but I'm not that messed up right now. It was you. She's like, oh, I don't remember that. Okay, I'll bring you a Miller Lite.
And Will is like, yeah, it definitely was her. He's
Right.
like, yeah, it
We
was
got
her.
backup on this. Not only that, but our pal,
Okay.
thank you, who was also there with us, vouched for it. She comes back a second time. I'm parched. I'm out of chips, and I refuse to put more chips on the table until I
he
get
got
my
his
freaking
Miller
Miller Lite.
Lite.
She comes back a second time. You want anything to drink? I was like, are you serious? Yeah, the Miller Lite I asked you for twice now.
But wait,
But
there's
wait,
more.
There's more.
Also, in this whole time, I'm killing at the table. While this
Big
is going
David just
on.
raking in chips
This-
while I
this
am like
dealer was-
having a
My dad- yeah,
meltdown.
this dealer was just picking your numbers for you.
Dealer
She
was
was
picking,
flirting with you.
Yes, and she went, I won 3 straight times just by her picking the numbers for me, man. I was racking them chips up. Go ahead, hit it.
And the chicks. You're racking up chicks too.
So so she again tries to take our order. She's like, okay, so 1 Miller Lite. Okay, so 2 Miller Lites. And I was like, no, just the 1 Miller Lite that I've asked you for 3 times now. She leaves again. I see her making another round to the tables on the other side of us with different drinks. None of them are my drinks.
Yeah.
She disappears again.
Yep.
At this point, bless her heart, our dealer Danielle, shout out to her,
Shout out.
was like feeling so bad for me. And also, like, I wanted to play more chips. I wanted to play some more,
did.
but I refused to buy back in before I got my goddamn Miller Lite. I was dying of thirst. I was cranky. She finally comes back one more time. And she like almost walks past us, and then like tries to take a drink order for you guys, and then goes
I was
back
drinking water at this point. It was
and
like
she
3
goes back
a.m.
to me, and she's like, "Oh, you want a drink order?" And I was like, and then I said to her, "Are you messing with me?"
That's exactly what you said.
I was at my wit's end, and I thought that this cocktail waitress was pranking me by pretending not to know who I was. She had, at that point, finally a full icy cold Miller Lite on her drink tray.
Yes, she did.
And was trying to take my drink order still. And I was like, no, pick up that Miller Lite on your tray and fucking hand it to me for the love of God.
Do you want to hear uneven and then there's more beyond this?
Oh my God.
Today at the Bulls game, I was talking to Jamal Collier, and he was saying that he was playing blackjack or something, and he was complaining about how a waitress asked him for his order. There it is. See, that is how it's done. That is how it's done.
Thanks, Espo. Hey, now I have two.
That's right.
But he was complaining about how a waitress asked for his order, didn't bring him anything, asked again, didn't bring him anything, asked again. And I said, "Are you serious? That happened. Where were you?" And he said, "Planet Hollywood."
Oh my God, it was her!
Totally unprovoked. I'm sure it was the same person.
Dude, the funniest part was Kevin was like, "Yo," when we after all that happened and we were leaving and we saw her again, and Kevin was like, "All right, goodbye." She said, "Hello."
Oh my God,
son,
this woman
was flying, bro.
is living in the upside down. She had no clue where she was. Either that, or she is just a guinea pig in some sick, twisted social experiment that someone is playing on a Vegas casino floor.
Bro, your face when she said, "What's your drink order?" She had it look like your face. Your face,
I almost
man.
fell in my chair laughing when you said, "Are you messing?
Are
with
you
me?"
messing
It's
with
on
me?
their
Oh
tray.
my God, yo, man.
I was honestly on the verge of tears. I was having a breakdown.
Yes, he was. He was.
I mean, you've seen me have Bulls breakdowns many times throughout the years, Dave.
Yeah.
I almost just curled up
He
into a
almost threw
ball.
his hat at her.
and just,
That's what really happened.
I almost just gave up and was just like, you know what? I'm done.
Dude, it was so
This
funny.
is where I die.
It was so funny, man. And then he played them chips a few hands, and then we were out of there. Walked away with some
And I
money.
walked away back up
Yep.
after being down 500
There you go.
earlier in the night.
That's how you
I
do it.
refused to let Vegas and that tripping balls waitress break my spirit. Oh, my God.
It was so funny. I appreciate having that moment with you, man. I know you didn't appreciate it in the moment.
It's going to take
But it was
many,
awesome, man.
many years of therapy for me to get over what happened in that casino last night.
just more beers. He just needs more beers.
That's what I said.
Just
Therapy.
have more beers.
Therapy.
right. Think of that. Therapy. Therapy is delicious. Oh, man.
FYI, this peach one, not great. but it's there.
It's there.
And it's helping.
It is.
Guys, this was so much fun.
That was fun, man.
I think we're all ready to go home tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
But this was fun.
It was. It was. I can't wait to get home, get back in our studio.
Get back on your athletic greens grind.
Get back on your athletic greens grind, man, and do this again, man.
Dave and I get to go home tomorrow. Will, you are staying in Vegas for several more days.
You are.
Yeah,
Because
I have
you-
more gambling to do.
He has a problem.
I'm not done yet.
Just stay away from.
I just got to get back to zero.
Just stay away from that clump of tables at the Planet Hollywood.
I need to stay away from
If you want
casinos
to leave
altogether
Las
is what I
Vegas
need to do.
with your sanity intact.
Oh, man.
No, I'll be here for Tuesday's game, and I'll be back Wednesday night, in studio Thursday, and
There you go.
Yeah.
then it's
Make
full
sure
on
you're,
summertime.
as
Full
always,
on.
still following Will to get his coverage of their game here Tuesday, and then you'll be back. We'll be back in studio Tuesday.
We'll
probably.
be back in, man.
We'll be off tomorrow. Tomorrow's a travel day,
Right, correct.
but then we'll pick back up with a more fresh episode for you guys Tuesday, and then on through the week.
On through the week, baby.
Shout out to everyone here in our
Yes.
All City family who's been having
Yes.
a great time with us and tolerating
Everyone
us.
here, man.
What a weekend.
This weekend.
It's been a pretty awesome weekend.
Shout out to all of the people who put the effort of organizing this in. Adam and Brandon and everybody else.
Yeah.
Saul. This was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time, man.
In the meantime, we're on Twitter at CHGO_Bulls. Make sure you're subscribing to that CHGO YouTube channel if you aren't already. I'm Bulls_Peck. That's Big Dave Balby at WL Sports. Will the Goat Gottlieb at Won't Gottlieb. One more shout out to our buddy and the master behind the controls, Kale.
Kale!
We're out for now. Pool, casino, bed, plane. Out of this godforsaken desert. Chicago.
That he can't
see
wait
you
to come
soon.
back to.
Until next time, for Big Dave and Will, I'm Peck. See Red, be good.